I was trying to lose some weight before I filmed this comedy special. Cheers. I'm drinking cider. I don't care anymore. If any of you have like food or fitness goals that you were really jazzed up about, and now you're like, who even was that made those commitments? And you are stuffing food in your mouth right now, and you dare anyone to say anything to you about it. To you, I say, cheers. I'm right there with you. Listen, look. People who criticize you for going back on your diet commitments don't have the same dopamine wiring that you do and that I do. And let me just tell you, if they had the same connection to sweets and carbs and dopamine in their brain that you and I do, they wouldn't be able to get on my 600-pound life because they'd be too fat. Listen, for those of us who get a major serotonin dopamine boost from drinking alcohol, sugar, from eating carbs, that kind of thing, it's a wonder that any of us ever do anything other than eat. Mm-hmm. In the infamous episode 150, the weight loss episode, I was talking about how there is a spectrum of food addiction. All of the male influencers who talk to you about how you're a loser if you don't follow through on your fitness, they're all like a 1 on a scale of 1 to 100 on the food addiction scale. Like they could eat a double fudge chocolate cake and I think it would give them a little bit of a boost, but not, it would just be like, that tastes good. And by the way, there have been times like when I was first on Zoloft, and then a couple of other times when maybe I had just eaten something sweet or whatever, when I've been in that place, it's like, that chocolate cake does look good. I think I'll have a little bite. I've had one bite. That was very pleasant. It tasted delicious, but I have a diet commitment I'd like to stick to. So I think I'll just stop at this one bite. Do you guys know that is how a lot of people, they are like that 24/7. That is just how their brain is wired. You can't listen to them. You can't let them get in your head because the rest of us are a little further over on the food addiction spectrum. And I just want to congratulate all of us that we ever diet ever. I'm telling you, if I eat like a double fudge chocolate cake or I drink sugary alcohol, and it's actually, I think, not as much about the alcohol, like getting toe up, but it's just about the sugar. Alcohol is very sugary. Or I have carbs, tortilla, pancakes with syrup. I am soaring on eagle's wings. I've never tried black tar heroin, but I truly cannot imagine that you would feel a whole lot better than I do when I am consuming those things. And so if you have that kind of wiring, and anyone ever criticizes you for going back on any sort of food-related commitment, you tell them that your friend Jen said to shut up. Shut up. If, live one day. You know what?
Uh-oh. Is this rant?
Yeah. Hit the special sound effect that we had our top scientists create for what I will do when the Comedy Millions are here. When I go Elon Musk on this situation, and I'm just like rich to the point of being bored, I just have so much money, I don't know what to do with my life, and I'd like to make it everyone else's problem. This is what I'm going to do. I am going to create some sort of like cap that you can put on your head like in a sci-fi movie, and it'll have lights coming out of it. And it will let male influencers know what it's like to have a brain wiring where it hits every single dopamine and serotonin receptor in your entire brain when you eat fried food, sugar, and simple carbs. And I want to see them stick to their commitments and stay consistent in their atomic habits for 1 hour. 1 hour with the little mind meld brain cap on. They couldn't do it because they have a different brain wiring than we do. So if anyone ever criticizes you for like, hey, you said that you were on a diet and I couldn't help but notice that you just finished that whole plate of nachos to yourself, that anyone who isn't with you on that, who doesn't get why you did that, they're just not on the food addiction spectrum, or they're on the spectrum at like a 1 on a scale of 1 to 100. They don't know what it's like. So all this is to say, I was trying to lose weight for my comedy special, and here I am drinking cider, and I am probably going to go have some nachos and some chips and Fritos and bean dip, because I don't care anymore, because you know what it is? It's like when you live our lives, when you live a life of the people who listen to this podcast, the moms, the single 22-year-old gals, the men operating concrete plants, the legions of men operating concrete plants that listen to this podcast, your life is complicated, and it can be frustrating and difficult and annoying, and it can feel like the universe is heckling you every single day. And you just get to the point at the end of the day where you were like, I need one pleasurable thing to happen to me today. And if that is this double fudge chocolate cake, then so be it, because the people who I associate with chose not to give me any pleasurable experiences today. The business contacts, people on social media, haters, they sucked the life and the joy out of me one by one after another for 12 hours in this day. And all I have left is me and this bag of tortilla chips. And that is what is going to get me through to the end of the night without killing anyone or saying anything on the internet that permanently ruins my reputation. And some people don't understand that, but I do. So I even wrote down in my food journal today, I was like, I'm going to have who cares what I said, because none of it's happening. And that is because this cider and the fried food that I am about to go eat as soon as we finish this episode, it's for other people's safety. If I don't get some serotonin up in my neurons, it's not going to be good for anyone. So, we don't need to worry about my clothes being too loose when I film the comedy special.